Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Hope life is beautiful for you. My name is Vic, as you probably already know. Hopefully you know that, right? In this episode, in this little segment here over the next few minutes, I want to talk to you about how I made my first money online. In fact, how I generated my first $1,000 on the internet. A lot of people ask me, Vic, how did you do it? How do we get started? What's the best way to do it? What's the easiest path to money online? And with everything that's going on in today's marketplace, right? You've got e-commerce, you've got drop shipping, you've got affiliate marketing, you've got brick and mortar, you've got webinars, you've got masterminds, you've got books, product creation, information. I mean, all these different things being thrown at us and kind of propagated, right? How do you make it? How do you choose which one is going to be the right path for you? And so I think everybody's different and everybody's individual, just like you have a unique fingerprint, right? I don't think there is like a cookie cutter thing for everybody. However, I do think that when the simplest path to money, I think, is hands down affiliate marketing. It's when you align yourself with an already established company and promote their products, and when you make that sale, you get paid. Very simple, right? So there's no need for you to create a product, deliver the product, customer service your customer, answer tickets, deal with merchant headaches, and and all kinds of craziness that's associated with running a business. So you become like a middleman, right? Anyway, so I'll tell you how I made my first money, and this is hopefully this brings you some value here today in this video. So I started out in 2005, and I really wanted to make it, and I was watching all these people making it, and lifestyle and travel and and everything that money can buy, right? And I really wanted that. I did not know nothing about marketing. Today we teach hundreds of thousands of students how to do this kind of stuff. We have a company. Today's life is completely different. However, here's how I started. So I got myself aligned with a company. I joined a direct selling company back in 2005. It was more like an opportunity, business opportunity type direct selling company. They sold products. We got paid commissions when we sold those products, right? And I was doing what everybody else was doing in that company, which is trying to get, basically promoting that product to the marketplace, trying to spam as many people as you possibly can. You know what I'm talking about? Which is what everybody else did in that company as well. And they had 20, 30,000 affiliates trying to promote those products. And some people, there were like 3 or 4 people at the very top that were crushing it. 20,000 a month, 30,000, 50,000 a month income in commissions. And everybody else was like, oh my goodness, these guys must be special. These guys did something different. These guys are like, dude, it's like the untouchables, right? How do we become like them? And I was like that, and I was watching what everybody else over here was doing on the bottom, and I was just doing what everybody else was doing. And guess what? I had 0 results. Now, when I'm not, I can be talking to you for hours here, talking about the structure, how I did it. However, I want to get the main point across to you. How you win is you find a way in whatever it is that you're doing. You find a way to separate yourself from the masses. Okay? Separate yourself from the masses. This is your golden ticket to break through. This is your golden ticket to whatever you want in life, and you can get that through business, right? Through this thing called entrepreneurship and marketing. So how I did it is this. Instead of promoting, and this one I started to get a little smarter. I had a mentor come into my life. Very similarly, the reason I'm shooting these videos and posting these videos, 1 video per day for you, talking about different ideas, is because I want to hopefully deliver some value to you, right? Because one idea executed can take you from nothing to your first 1,000, 10,000, first $1 million and beyond. One idea is all you need, right? So I want to deliver to you some of these ideas. So read between the lines of what I'm telling you here, A mentor came into my life and he said, Vic, you don't want to be like everybody else. Just like I'm telling you right now, you do not want to be like everybody else. And I'm like, all right, how do I do it? How do I separate myself? He says, look, people don't buy products, people buy outcomes that product can deliver, that product promises, right? So people don't buy a condo in that building right there. They don't buy that for $50 million and pay $50 million. You know why they buy it? Because they want to have that. Well, I don't know if you can see it. See that blue water behind me right there? Okay? They want to have the view. That's why they're willing to pay $50,000 for a condo on a beach. See what I'm saying? Because that same apartment, a couple miles down the road is probably going to be half the price. See what I'm saying? So that's what people buy. So in whatever product it is that you're selling, figure out what is the result that people are really looking for, okay, that product can deliver. So for example, somebody buys a Ferrari, they're not buying Ferrari and paying $1 million or 300,000 or whatever the make the model is, just because they want a car. They want a status. See what I'm saying? A guy doesn't go to a flower shop and buys a flower, flowers because he's looking for flowers, which is a product. No, his end result of that product is he wants to see his significant other smiling, right? Make her day. Does that make sense? So think about whatever your product result is, okay? And that's what you gotta really stem all of your promotions, all of your campaigns, all your communication, and really thinking should be centered around that idea, okay? Now, next, how do you do it practically, right? How do you do it? So here's how I did it. Instead of using the company's landing page that 30,000 other affiliates was using, right? What I did is I created my own personal landing page, my repper, okay? So where I could collect emails. And I started to brand myself. I put my face on that page and I had no results, right? I was promoting, how to make money type stuff, which that company's products taught, right? So my crowd, my people were people who were looking, how do I build an online business? How do I create online income streams and stuff like that, right? So that's what people were looking for. Now the product that I was promoting over here taught them how to do it. Make sense? Now I did not create this product. I was simply an affiliate. And when I made a sale for that product, I got paid a commission. So instead of doing what everybody else was doing, which is jamming that product, company's landing page, company's promotional materials down the marketplace's throat, if you will, right? Everybody, it made me look no different than anybody else in that company, any of those other affiliates. You get it? So in this situation, what happens here is people that are doing that model, they're playing the game called whoever gets lucky. Because me, as a consumer, potential consumer, customer, how do I know? I mean, everybody's talking about the same thing. All of these other landing pages are the same, right? How do I pick and choose who I want to buy from? It's just like, all right, I'm just gonna do this, and whoever got lucky got paid, right? So in business, you want to be very strategic. You want to be very deliberate. So I got myself, created myself a landing page. We did not have like ClickFunnels back then. This was 2005. MySpace was popular. There was no Facebook. There was no social media as we know it right now. But I went to a designer, paid him money. It was borrowed money. I didn't have the money, so I paid him the money, that I borrowed, and created myself a landing page. And I was borrowing success case studies, success stories, training from the people that I was working with and associating with. Okay, so I did not have my own story. You never want to lie, right? But you can leverage other people's credibility in your space. Does that make sense? So figure out how you do that for whatever it is that you're doing. I'm telling you how I did it. So when somebody opted into my landing page, okay, they immediately went to my autoresponder. So I immediately started to separate myself in the marketplace, getting people into my own autoresponder, and then I started to communicate with them, right? I would start to literally type my messages to them personally, because every subscriber that you get on your email list, they're a human being, right? They're not just a number. Like a lot of people look at them as just numbers. Like, how big is your list? Well, 10,000, 100,000, 200,000, right? But when you start looking at your list as humans, like with names and desires and ambitions and family and what they want, they're real human beings just like you, just like me. And when you start to communicate with them just being a human, you know what I mean? Everything changes. So my tactic was like this. I emailed them and I knew what they wanted, right? So they wanted to grow their online business, get into the, start generating income on the internet, selling online. And so I would talk to them about that. Now, I had no expertise. I had no idea what I was doing. So I couldn't really brand myself or start talking to them as an expert, right? I did not want to be fake or phony. Neither do you, okay? So what I was doing is I was basically a connector between the information and what they and their desire, right? So here is information I was leveraging, and then there is my opt-in and their desire, and I was basically syndicating that information. Okay, so I would learn some things right here. I would learn an idea from here, and then I would take them into a teleconference. So I would email my list. I remember I ran my very first ad to my landing page, right? Back then we would go to like Craigslist.com. I don't know if you can still do that right now or not, but back then I would post an ad on Craigslist. It didn't cost me anything. Today is even better because right now we got social media, you know, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff, which is even better. But I ran an ad on Craigslist. I've got like 30 opt-ins, you know, to my list. Very first list ever. And I was like, oh my goodness, this worked. I've got like 30 people like entered their email address and got on my list. I didn't make a sale yet, nobody bought, but I had 30 people opted into my list, right? So I would email them and I would say, hey guys, I'm gonna do a, I would say, hit it. Hey, thank you for opting in, or thank you for, I don't remember, forgot exactly the wording I told, but basically the essence of it was like this. Thank you for being my subscriber, I appreciate you, I'm here to serve you. This Friday, I'm gonna do a teleconference call just for my list, right? Which was true, just for my list. Hint, 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 VIP status, right? Start positioning, start creating, you know, wrappers around whatever it is that you're doing, right? Make sense? And I'd like to invite you to this free training I'm hosting just for my list, right? So I emailed this to my 30 people. Guess what? I use teleconference, freeconferencecall.com. I think they're still around. You can still do it, but it's even easier right now because you've got like Zoom and all these streaming technologies that you can just use for free. Anyway, back then, I would invite them to a teleconference call that I set up, free teleconference line, and you know, and I would show up and I would check how many people showed up on that call. Like 3 people showed up, and one of them was me. So there's like 2 guests, right? And I'm like, oh, dude, this is such a small audience. But you know what? I was talking to them like there was 3,000 people listening to me. Okay, when there was nobody, like literally 2 people listening to me. You know, and so what I would talk about is just, I would talk about things that I learned over here, you know what I mean, from the company that I was promoting. That's why you gotta be a student of the student, you gotta be the student of the product, you gotta be the product of the product, right? You gotta be a living billboard. So that's why it's very important, in whatever I teach, I say you've got to know what it is that you're promoting so you can speak intelligently and you can, you know, syndicate that value to the marketplace. Make sense? So I would deliver to them. I would talk for 20, 30 minutes, and I would just deliver to them value. And I would say, hey, here's how I got my 30 subscribers. I didn't tell them they were my first 30. Remember, 2 people listening, right? 2 guests. And I'm delivering them value. So I just ran a campaign, and I said, hey, if you want to market on the internet, here's what I did. All right? I just ran a campaign on Craigslist, you know, and here's a copy, you know, gave them a couple tips, and here's what it got me, the result that it got me. Boom, drop the nugget. 20-minute call. Okay? And I said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I didn't sell nothing. I didn't pitch him. I didn't try to get him into the deal. I didn't try to convince him of anything. I just basically delivered value. Okay? You don't have to deliver the whole meal. You just have to deliver an appetizer. Okay? Give him good things. 1 idea, 2 ideas. That's it. Make sense? And I say, thank you for tuning in. Next week, I'm gonna do another one and I'm gonna share with you some more stuff. Guess what it forced me to do? It forced me to become better. It forced me to learn new skills that I could share and develop and deliver, right, to my people. So my market became my little audience. 2 people listening, 3, 5 people listening. So my calls, I would do these every single week, right? It went from 2 people listening to 5, 17, right, 20, and then my list started to grow little by little, little by little. But I kept on doing these calls, and then I generated my first, and then somebody emailed me back. They're like, hey Vic, I've been watching you, thank you for the value that you're delivering. I want to join your program. I'm like, okay, cool. How do you want to pay? You know, and that was my first sale ever. So guess what? When I made my first sale, when I generated $1,000 in commissions, it was a higher ticket sale. I did a video. Right, a video documenting that first sale, and I said, hey, I just made my first 1,000. I think it was $1,000. Could be 2,000. I said I just made my first $1,000 in a day. Okay, again, I didn't tell them that, hey, my whole story, but the fact is I just made my first $1,000. Here is how I did it. Boom, delivered that value to them, right? And so that's how my marketing, my affiliate marketing kind of exploded from nothing, from Vic being a nobody to Vic becoming somebody slowly but surely And this, my friend, is how you can literally take yourself from wherever you are, thinking strategically, okay, thinking creatively. You can elevate yourself and you can grow your business. I think, in my opinion, I think affiliate marketing is the simplest way for anybody to get started, just because, like I said, you don't have to create a product, you don't have to have a lot of the, do a lot of the heavy lifting and have a lot of those headaches associated with running a business. But you have to become good with strategies, with implementing ideas that are elegant ideas. Make sense? And things evolved from there. I started to make a lot of money doing affiliate marketing. I was looking at those people that were in that same company that I was failing in, and I'm like, dude, I want to be like them. And then literally implementing this right here, what I just shared with you, this process, 90 days later, I went from nobody, from zero, to generating over $30,000 in income, or I think $30,000 in income. And I went on to become #1 income earner in that company. And my list grew from nothing, from 30 people from first campaign, to 3,000, 10,000. More people started to follow me, and that's how my income grew. And so whatever it is that you're doing, I'm going to challenge you to think, how can you do it in a way that would make you unique? The easiest way for you to become unique is to figure out how do you serve your people that are listening to your messages, that are tuning into your shows, that are listening to whatever you have to say. How can you deliver more value to them than the other guy? Does that make sense? And if you can do that, I promise you, your success will be guaranteed, because everybody else is just trying to sell, sell, sell. If you deliver value, you will sell without selling. People will want to do business with you. So this is a short version. I don't want to keep you here for too long. Hopefully this brings you value. A lot of people ask me, Vic, how do I learn all this kind of stuff? So again, today we have a company. It's called 4%.com, all spelled out, by the way. And I'm going to post a link in the description of this video. You can go, I'm hosting a free training right now. It's a webinar that you can tune in if you're interested in this kind of stuff, where I teach affiliate marketing, how to go from zero to build yourself a 6-figure affiliate marketing business, selling people's products, and really build a business around that whole concept. If you're interested, check out the link in the description of this video, and hopefully it helps you. Regardless, thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you enjoyed these videos. Again, there's no fancy production here. I'm just talking to you from whatever location I'm at. And my intention is to drop a video per day on the weekdays for you, and just talk about one idea that can hopefully take your business and your life to the next level. Okay? Hopefully this serves you. If you like this, please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, so you can be notified. Hit that notification bell, and then drop me a comment. Let me know if you got questions, comments, anything specific you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to address it. Okay? Appreciate you. God bless. Be a 4%er. See you tomorrow.